With all the stories making the headlines now this Sunday lunchtime, it's the ITV News.
Good afternoon, I'm Cari, Davies. A minute's silence has been observed in Australia, exactly a week on from the deadly shooting on Bondi Beach. A national day of reflection has been held to mourn the 15 people who were killed in the anti-Semitic attack. The country's Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, has announced a review of national intelligence and policing, ignoring calls for a more wide-ranging, independent inquiry, as Barnaby Papadopoulos reports.
This was the day Australia came together in mourning. Speeches, music, and a 1-minute silence near Bondi Beach, a week since 15 people were shot and killed while celebrating Hanukkah. Attendees came to show their respect and their solidarity, hearing speeches from survivors and leaders in the Jewish community.
I felt so connected to them the whole time, and that's the thing about the Jewish people. Like, I saw those kids and they were mine. They were my kids, and I knew whatever I was going to do, I was going to do it for them.
Sydney can and must become a beacon of goodness. A city where people look out for one another.
But amid the grief, there is anger too.
The Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese.
Australia's Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, was booed when he attended the memorial in Sydney today. Earlier, he announced a major review of the country's security agencies. A former intelligence chief will examine if law enforcement and intelligence services have the right tools to keep people safe. But some want him to go further and launch a federal royal commission which would give investigators wider powers. One suspect was killed at the scene last Sunday. His son, Naveed Akram, has been charged with 59 offences, including 15 counts of murder. Bondi Beach has since reopened. The inquiry will report by the end of April next year. But despite the scenes of solidarity displayed today, rebuilding a sense of safety for Australia's Jewish community, a sense of security now shattered, could take far longer. Barnaby Papadopoulos, ITV News.
US forces have seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela for the second time in less than 2 weeks. It follows Donald Trump's announcement of a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving the country. Venezuela's government described the move as criminal and vowed to not let it go unpunished. Well, our political correspondent Carl Dillon is here for more on this. Carl, just how serious is this escalation then?
Well, it does seem to be an escalation because unlike the first tanker that was seized, this one, the Centuries, doesn't appear on a list of sanctioned vessels and was flying the Panamanian flag when it was boarded. That said, it does appear to have been transporting sanctioned oil, which, as you say, President Trump is saying he's blockading. He accuses the Venezuelan government of using the oil to fund narco-terrorism, although there also seems to be an issue over the nationalization of assets, which included American assets, by the Venezuelan government.
So, has there been a reaction at all from the UK government?
Well, there has, but it's been fairly muted. Earlier I asked the Labour Party chair, Anna Turley, what the government's reaction to this was.
We want to see the rule of law maintained internationally. Of course, that's really important to us. And the UK will continue to have strong conversations with all of our partners about global affairs. But, at the end of the day, the US is responsible for its own foreign policy.
So they're leaving them to it, really, at the moment. The Venezuelans, of course, it will surprise no one to hear, are much more angry about this. They have described it as piracy. They've talked about these seizures of vessels as theft and kidnapping.
Okay, Carl, thank you very much. In other news now, a manhunt is underway in South Africa after at least 9 people were were shot dead near Johannesburg. Police say around 12 unidentified gunmen opened fire at a tavern in Beckersdale Township at around 1 a.m. local time. 10 others were wounded in what is the second mass shooting in the country this month. And more than 41,000 people have now crossed the English Channel in small boats this year after a flurry of activity on Saturday. Some 803 people made the dangerous journey from France, the largest number in a single day since October, and what is a record number of crossings for a single day in December since 2018. Britain's leading animal charities are warning against leaving pets home alone this Christmas. New research for the Dogs Trust shows the change in routines over the festive period means pets don't get the attention they're used to and are often alone for more than 5 hours at a time. Animal experts say people shouldn't overlook the needs of their furry friends.
Make sure that they have got a room that they're comfortable in, where they've got something that smells of us, their own bed, a lick toy or a chew toy that just keeps them occupied during that time that they're actually sort of away from us.
In cricket, England have been comprehensively beaten by Australia, who have retained the Ashes after just 3 matches. That's all from us for now. Yasmin will have your next ITV News update at 20 to 6. Bye-bye.